Hello, coaches. This video tutorial is to help give you some tips and tricks when creating graphics in the Learning Center for your training session plans. So let's get started. The idea behind it is to have two graphics, one dedicated for attacking training sessions and one dedicated for defending training sessions in your graphics library so you can use them to start the process of developing a new training session, starting with your identified game situation all the way to the individual activities within your training session. So I'll show you how to go about doing that without messing up these original graphics that you don't want to change or edit necessarily. So for example, if you were to click on the attacking graphic, you're not going to want to click on the edit button. You're going to want to click on this duplicate button right here, the one right in the center. So if I were to be designing a new training session or planning a fresh new training session, I'll duplicate that graphic. Let's just give this a name so I don't get messy with my naming. We'll call it the identified game situation. Let's say I'm not going to get too detailed into this. Just the purpose is just show you how to go about doing it, not to necessarily build a whole training session from start to finish. Let's say we're deeper in our own half and we're in the build up phase and we're doing a session on coming out deep from the back. So you can grab what I did there. What I should have been explaining was click, hold, and drag over the players or the group of players you want to move to allow you to easily reposition them. And from there, of course, there might be some detail or some specificity behind the organization of the focus team or the opponent. But yeah, that's a good tip on how to quickly move things around without needing to build triangles and circles and number them from scratch. So once that's done, you'll click save. Obviously, again, we expect a level of detail with that includes arrows for both the focus team and the opposition to illustrate the identified game situation and the desired behavior graphics before you get to the activity design. But let's say you are ready for the activity design. So what does that look like, and what tip do I have there for you? Well, you'll click on the duplicate button again, and connected to our tenet of reality-based, um, especially the 11v11 game situation can and should be the starting point for your activity design, or in many activity designs connected to this training session goal. So from here, what you might be able to do is just simply remove focus team players in their direct matchup to come to an activity design that you might want to use in your training session to meet your training session objectives and your desired behavior. So, for example, just simply removing players, adding a couple mini goals. I won't go into the detail of arrows and position of substitutes and position of or opponent behavior and position of the coach, because these are all little specific things we would want you to show in your session. But you get the point, and from there, may perhaps creating new activities you can save a lot of time creating new activities just by duplicating your identified game situation and working from there with your design when you go through the toolkit and go through the steps of designing an activity as we lay out on the toolkit. So that's basically it. Hope this helps. Again, it's meant to help you save time and be way more efficient with putting together training session plans utilizing our graphic building tool and the Word document, the training session plan Word document. If you have any questions, please reach out, and see you next time.